conditions.
Do you need to check your notes or anything?
Yeah. What notes?
I don't have notes. I never have notes.
Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, rolling. Go ahead.
Silence. 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody. I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight for our Colorado Roundtable discussion. We'll just do a quick introduction. I'll start it off. My name's Josh First with First Fire Industries, and we'll just go around the table.
My name is Neil Santos. I play under the codename Abacus, and I'm with Shadowback.
I'm Frank Charnell. I play under the codename of Quad, and I do Milsim USA hosting and am with the Geistkriegers.
My name's Eric Kruger, and my nickname's Random. I'm the owner of DMZ Airsoft.
All right. We're gonna, talk about a couple things this evening. Pretty much the focus is going to be events, hosts, and their players. Probably start off this evening with the big question that's actually been the recent buzz in the media, social media, and the Airsoft underground is events, staff, and how much control they have to enforce over players or paying customers, and can they really tell you what to do?
It's like the taboo subject.
Yeah.
That's how we're going to talk about it.
Hashtag GMR.
We don't script.
Because there's two sides to it. There's
Absolutely.
And they're both wrong.
You don't want to piss off the game host, but yet then you want the rights for the players, and so it's like everyone wants to dainty around it when there's no reason to. You should just say it how it is.
Well, yeah. But I mean, so are players customers or are they participants?
Both. What says they can't be both? They're both.
Well, so if you're a customer, the game caters to you. All right, get me a drink of water. You are the customer, and kind of by default, you're always right. If you're a participant, you're involved in the game, but it may not go the way you want. If you're a customer, you always come out on top.
I think a lot of that depends on what type of game you're playing, too.
I agree. I think it depends what kind of player you are also.
Well, for the sake of argument, we'll just focus on one, the very broad description of milsim. So we'll say it's military simulation. So it's...
Is that what that stands for?
I always just thought it was like a gear fest.
Yeah. Fashion
I thought it was like the special size of the rounds we shot. But anyway... So in milsim, so military simulation, so everyone is trying to aspire to this, military structure or environment. So does, ranking come with...
You're a participant. You're not a customer. When the fat little 12-year-old tells you, tough guy, Airsoft, or Rangers, or Delta Ninja SEALs, and the little fat 12-year-old tells you, get on that hill and get some fire down in that position, even if you go, that's not really a very good idea, he's your squad leader. You do what he says.
Yeah.
But not everyone agrees with that. Even people
that's
inside
true.
the squads, they don't.
Or teams,
period,
for that
in the
matter.
subject.
Teams, right.
And everyone's expectation when they go in it is not clearly stated, and what your expectation is getting back out are not clearly stated by anybody. There is no defined standard. There's none.
Well, there isn't. You're right. There is no defined standard.
None. And even the people that say yes,
Like the
this
Wild
is
West
a divine
out there.
standard. Let's take John Liu. John Liu has a certain structure that he wants to adhere to. But even within that structure, there's deviations that he doesn't predict, or he doesn't want, or he doesn't know, or doesn't care about, or people don't want to listen to. So you're placing something that everyone wants defined on something that nobody is defined.
Well, and very few people are actually capable of living up to it.
That's correct.
Because when you get people that it's like, hey, I paid my, $150 to come to this event. I paid my airfare to get here. I trained all my guys. We did all our kit. And, we're squared the hell away.
They say that.
Let's even pretend like they are. Okay, let's just, for the sake of argument, let's pretend like they are. And then their squad leader is the 12-year-old fun softer that doesn't know how to handle this tool that he's got. Quite frankly, these guys could go over and say, hey, just kind of point us in the direction, give us a loose idea of the result you want, and we will go mess some stuff up. As I edit myself for profanity.
Commander's intent.
Yeah, give me commander's intent and we'll make it happen, and then you don't have to really worry about, how many war atrocities we commit in the process. And that might be good, but at the same time, if part of the game experience is that you fall in with your squad and you work with your squad and you spawn with your squad and you do what your squad leader says, that's milsim.
Right.
And if you can't, if your ego can't handle that, maybe you should be playing a different game.
I think that's as the game dictates too, but I think there's a lot of balance on the participation side of, is it more of a reenactment at that point? Or are you actually playing a sport that's won or lost?
So it's
If-
scripting versus an open.
Yeah, if you're over scripting something, it's more of a reenactment at that point.
Oh,
than,
yeah, that should,
than someone being able to just.
But
Yeah, I
even
don't
if
wanna
you-
do that.
Even if you take this
I wanna
5-man
win.
badass super squad that Abacus is talking about,
Right.
and you take this.
GK. French,
GK,
French
okay, we'll
guys.
say GK.
French guys, the little
Even
ginger
if you take-
killers.
even if you take that that 5 of his guys and they want to do this, if you ask all 5 of them, are you a participant or are you a customer? It's going to be a 50-50. You know,
Yeah.
one guy's going to be undecided. Excuse my language, so you got to edit that out. 2 guys.
Actually, I don't know if we have to. I don't know if we have to.
Two guys are going to say we're customers. You know, 2 guys go we're
Right.
participant.
Yeah.
Even though they live to that standard, they're not going to. There's no realization to it. Nobody walks in and goes, "Hey, excuse me, what's the standard you're setting, and do we have to adhere to this? Who's not going to adhere to it?" You know, it's. And then you get to the
It's all about-
personal player.
Yeah.
The player himself.
agree.
He's paying for a service.
Right. Well, and that's my point. Customer or participant. You're paying for a service. Do I have to make you happy?
I think Random's spot
You're
on.
trying to, yeah.
He's spot on with, it goes beyond just what the game type is into, there's a few different types of players. There's the players that are there for the game, and there's the players that are there for themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody wants to be that hero.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's what they pay for.
And contours and
That's what they
GoPros
pay
have just made it
damages
even
for.
worse. But I think
absolutely.
that feeds into another topic that we should probably touch on is, everyone's talking about squad leaders. 12-year-old, fat boy, ice cream sandwich, leading all the squared away operators. And then there's a survey. It's like, well, do you want to eat in the field, or do you want to, take a break, or do you want to?
Eating's not milsim.
Okay. All right. Click this. Do you like using GPS? Do you like using a radio? Okay. Click this for hardcore milsim.